We are ready for the second half of women's soccer action. And now, 5 seconds away from halftime, we are back at Laval Stadium for the second half between the Stony Brook and Columbia women's soccer team. Zach Wilson here giving you Stony Brook women's soccer action live on 9.1 FM, WUSB Stony Brook, the longtime home for Seawolves Athletics. And right now, as we enter half number 2, both of these teams are still scoreless against each other. Neither team has yet to get a goal. And really, what we have seen so far here is a game that has shown a lot of defense. We have a shot on goal with 3 shots for Stony Brook and 5 shots for Columbia. 3 of them are shots on goal. But it's really shown that Emerson Richmond Burke has been able to step up to the challenge today, as she did back on Thursday against LIU. Because of her, they were able to keep LIU from getting a win against the Seawolves. And that is what led to overtime, 20 minutes of it, and then eventually more, as it just went to a tie. So we'll see whether or not the second half pans out any differently if the Seawolves or the Lions can try and break this scoring drought of any kind. So far, 45 minutes of it, nothing has come, even though there has been incredibly close opportunities for both sides. But can any of these teams change it? Let's find out. Second half begins. Columbia starts off with the ball. Getting into Stony Brook territory, it goes right over to one of the Seawolves. Actually stays with Columbia, and that was Ramirez that was able to keep control of it. She'll just back it up into her own territory to Ojo. Ojo along the left side. She'll get now into Stony Brook territory, trying to make her clear it. She tries to get inside. It goes over to 21. She tried to get a kick, but it was off of one of the Seawolves. Actually, it was off of one of the Lions. That was Diaz Silveria. It didn't turn out to be that way. And so it will be a goal kick for Richmond Burke. So Stony Brook able to get jiggy with defense in the first few minutes, in the first 45 seconds, actually, of the second half. Emerson Richmond Burke will kick it. Goes off the head of one of the Lions. Then right over to Mari Brendan. Goes off of Gabby Daniels. Back over to Brendan. And we have a whistle, foul called on Ojo. She initiated contact with Brendan. And so Stony Brook will get possession. Stony Brook is trying to do better in these last 2 games than they did against Hofstra. One of the most crucial elements to that is have more time to get the ball in the opponent's zone. Hofstra was the one that had been dominating them all night long in that game. 10 shots to 1. Stony Brook's only shot was a shot on goal, and that led to a goal. And Alyssa Francis will try to go for the kick, and it is good! A minute and a half into the second half, Alyssa Francis with her first goal of the season, and the Seawolves strike first. They are up 1-0, their first lead all 2021 of this fall. Alyssa Francis able to connect quickly when the ball just went right to her. Audrey Byrne tried to go quick as well, trying to catch the ball, but just couldn't beat Francis to it. Francis able to use her right foot just quickly enough, and is able to finally give Stony Brook that long-awaited lead that they have been waiting in these first 3 games of the season. Just a fantastic play from the grad, and he would not expect anything less from a player like her. And so after that goal, it's Columbia that will once again have possession. One of the Lions fell down, but no foul was called. Daniels trying to get it away from Clark. It's still with Columbia, but then goes off of one of the Lions out of bounds. Alyssa Francis, after she was a little shaken up midway through the first half, doesn't seem like she was shaken up there. And so it's another out of bounds, this time intentionally by Osho, as Stony Brook will keep it deep in Columbia territory. Just in the 3rd minute of action here in the second half, already Stony Brook has found the answer that they were looking for. And we'll see if they have the opportunity in these next 42 minutes to try and hold on to that lead and get their first win of the season. A long haul right near the net goes off to one of the Lions, but then right to Daniels, and she'll kick it wide high, and it's right through the uprights. But not quite the points that she was looking for. Then you get all these soccer players, they're really great kickers. Meanwhile, Audrey Byrne tried to get a little bit of a goal kick down, but goes off back to one of the Seawolves. To the left goes to Von Dragalski. It goes right over to Diaz Silveria, getting into Stony Brook territory, but swept in was Von Palt. It goes right to Daniels. Over to Sovakova. She was nearly pushed by Prusek. Silvakova sticking with it. She gets into Columbia territory along the right side. She keeps it inbounds to keep it with Stony Brook. It kicked right near the goal net. Is right near Francis. And it goes right over to Audrey Byrne. This time she's able to keep it away from Francis. Some little fun action is starting to get into now. In the 4th minute of action here in the second half, it's Stony Brook 1, Columbia 0. And a botched goal kick by Byrne goes back to Von Dragulski. It stays with her along the left side. Nearly went out of bounds, but she kept it. And it goes off of one of the Lions. That looked like Sam Gordon. It may have went off the left corner. And we may have ourselves a corner kick now. It looks like that's what it's going to be, as Von Pollitt will take it from there. Either that or it'll be an inbound right near the left corner. The refs are halting the play here because it was pretty close. It may have went out of bounds at the left corner. If it was on the right side of it, it's a corner kick. If it was on the left side, it's just a long inbound. It looks like one of the coaching staff for the Lions is coming out. You can see how. It's Ania Prusek, who is down on one knee right now. She appears to be banged up, and that will have Grace Herron check in for her. Still in the 4th minute of action here in the second half at Laval Stadium. Stony Brook 1, Columbia nothing off the Alyssa Francis goal. Just right in the 2nd minute of action in the second half. So Prusek is able to walk off on her own power. Nia Prusek, the freshman from Glenridge, played club soccer with Players Development Academy, helped them with 3 straight Group 1 sectional titles with Glenridge High School, of course. From 2018 to 2020, she was first team All-SEC. And no, it's not SEC of college, of course. Even high school has some conferences that could be called SEC. Well, if anything, could have something to do with New Jersey. So on the left, so it is on the left side of the corner. So it is going to be just a long inbound. It goes right to the Lions. Daniels tried to swoop in and does allow Von Pollitt to get there and headed by Mari Brendan right to Francis, trying to kick it, but she loses possession. It goes over to one of the Lions right near it there. Actually, Emma Beattie with it tried to get a header, but swooped in was one of the Lions again. And a little headbutt action all over the place. Sophia Cavalier with it. She gives it right back to Stony Brook. Actually, she gets it back now. It goes back to Morgan Elliott. She's playing defense. Gets it back into Columbia territory. Now Mari Brendan along the right side of the field. And a kicker right near Alyssa Francis, but goes right to Ojo. Ojo kicking it away. Back to Cavalier. Cavalier right near Brendan. She tried to swoop in, but she couldn't. She gets a kick back over to one of her teammates. That was McCaw. McCaw trying to get it over to Diaz Silveria, but swooped in was Von Pollitt. It goes over to Brendan. Brendan moving to the right side, trying to kick it to the middle. She does find one of the Seawolves, but then kicks away at the last second. But then back over to Beattie. Beattie almost had it deflected, but she keeps it. Elliott getting a kicker right near the left side, right to Von Dragulski, but she couldn't get an angle for a shot on goal, but she does still have possession along the left side. Far left near the left corner. 6 minutes gone by here, and it goes off of one of the Lions.